Bitcoin is pumping. Bitcoin is pumping. Ladies and gentlemen, about 3 weeks ago, I came out and told you exactly what I'm doing with my own personal money. And I said that everyone is selling cryptos. The fear index is so high. Everyone's scared. The sentiment has changed. The census has changed. And I always do what everyone doesn't do. I do the opposite of what everyone did. And so I got into Bitcoin. I got into some of these altcoins, medium cap, low cap, high cap, because I believe that there was a 19% chance that the market was not finished. The cycle was not finished. Not a high probability, just a 19%. But for a refugee like myself that came to America, 19% is a lot of percentage, because I started my first moving company out of college, living in my car with $100. I had 0% chance of making it, and I was able to turn into a multi-million-dollar business, have multiple locations, and then get into the rental business, and then start my own real estate brokerage firm. And again, I had 0% chance to do any of this stuff because I didn't use debt, I didn't have any connections, I didn't know how to do the business or anything like that. So, same thing when I got in the rental business, same thing when I started my real estate brokerage firm. I didn't, the odds were totally against me. So, one thing I've learned in life is that one, I got to take a risk. And risk means doing stuff that's scary. For me, is doing stuff that, that everyone is going against it, that the census is saying the totally opposite. And by the way, this is not financial advice. I'm not trying to tell you what you should do. I'm not trying to convince you in any shape or fashion. I invest in Bitcoins because I believe in Bitcoin, but I'm not trying to convince you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney or anything like that. I'm just telling you what I'm personally doing in my thinking process. Okay. Now, get back to the story. When everyone was selling, I said, look, there's a 19% chance that Bitcoin is going to go up because the cycle is not over, but there's like almost 80% chance, 81% chance that the Bitcoin is going to go down, that the cycle is over. And since the cycle may be over, there's 81% chance, am I buying the Bitcoin at a discount? And I looked at the charts and it was like almost 70,000. I was getting it for 33,000, 34,000. I was like, yep, it's 50% off. So I checked off that mark and I said, well, there's a 20% or 19% chance that it's going to go up. So that was good odds for me because, I've done businesses with 0% chance of making it. I was able to turn it. So this one, I can turn the ship. I just have to ride the waves. And what I mean by turn the ship is like in a business, if I market, if I have good system, I have good sales, good negotiation, good closing, good funnels, follow-ups, then I could, control the ship. But in Bitcoin or stocks, I can't control it. I could only buy or exit or hold or hodl. Okay. So this is one of the differences between Bitcoin and starting your own business. But I felt like it was a good risk for, 19% chance for it to go up, 80% chance for it to go down. But if it did go down, then I would keep buying all the way to the very bottom, because I'm already getting a 50% off. And when I buy more, it's going to be 60%, 70% off, 80% off. And I was okay with it because I would huddle it to the next cycle. Okay. Because I believe in Bitcoin. I think it's going to be the world reserve currency or one of the world reserve currency. All these countries are going to get into it. We're already seeing states in America like Arizona try to pass a bill to make Bitcoin legal tender, even though the Fed doesn't want it to. But we can see the mayor of Arizona and the governor of Arizona going against the Fed with the Second Amendment, which is, carrying weapons. They passed a law already that goes totally against the Fed's law that says the police department is not going to enforce any laws that the Fed makes regarding weapons that breach the Second Amendment. So we're seeing a crack in the wall, where states are going against the Fed. We've seen that with the cannabis industry as well. Like there's multiple states are now going against the Fed. So, this is becoming a more and more of a pattern that, the states in America are going against the Fed. And so I thought to myself that, hey, the odds of the market coming up or 20%, but it's a big risk, but I'm getting a 50%. And if it just goes even a little closer to the top, I'll dump, and get a good return. And if it doesn't and it crashes, I'll just huddle it because I believe this is going to be the future. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, at this current time, Bitcoin is at $43,000 800 and some change. It may go down, it may go up, but where I'm sitting right now, buying it at 32, 33, 34, 37, I'm already sitting in profits. There's a lot of altcoins that I bought at 60, 70% off, that are now in profits. And I think that some of the low market cap, in my opinion, are going to pump, and that's why I bought to them. Some of them are already pumping, even though Bitcoin is not anywhere close to its last time high, but these little altcoins are pumping hard. So I just wanted to do a video for you guys that let you see how, I take a risk, my thinking process. Now, I got a lot of people telling me, Mike, you shouldn't bought it. You should have waited, because they thought that the crash was going to go down further. There's a lot of people telling me that, they thought that Bitcoin is going to go to zero, and I was crazy to buy it. I had a lot of viewers telling me, hey, man, blah, 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 blah. And I just want to do this video for you guys to let you know that, hey, I took the risk and I got the biscuit. And that's the great thing with America or any of these free countries, is that if you're willing to take the risk and you're willing to shut off the noise, the other people's opinions, then you can be your dreams. I never allow myself to, listen to other people's opinions, because then it's going to define me. I want to define myself through my actions and my own beliefs, not what other people say. And one of the main reasons that is because, for example, I listened to my parents a lot when I was growing up because I wanted to make them happy. And, when I look back in my life, that's one of the biggest mistakes that I ever had, is to listen, for example, go to college. When I went to college, I hated college. I couldn't read. I couldn't write. I couldn't speak, and it was very, very hard. And I only did it because my parents. I knew from day one that I was going to be an entrepreneur. I was going to have multiple businesses. I was going to be a multimillionaire. I mean, just from even in high school, I had my own business instead of having jobs. Okay. So, I was a personal trainer. I sold myself to, and made money. So listening to my parents was one of the biggest mistakes, because I had to invest 6 years to go to college, spend all this money. It was hard for me to, it took me 6 years to do what someone did in 4 years or less. And this is after that, I told myself, man, I got to make my own decisions in life. If I fall, I'd rather fall because of my own mistakes, because then I don't have anyone to blame it to. But I listened to other people a couple of times in my life, and I regretted it, and that's why I tell you guys, don't listen to me, don't listen to YouTubers, listen to your heart, do what your heart tells you, right? And sometimes it's going to be scary. It was scary to buy into cryptos when it was going down. It was scary to follow my heart and, donate all my stuff, or almost all my stuff, to the homeless, close down my businesses that I've worked so hard for, day in, day out, 14, 15 years, and, and follow my heart, right? It was extremely fear, especially, not knowing what's going to happen. I'm going to a new state, etc. But, sometimes you just got to listen to your heart and do what your heart says. It is scary. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a lot of times I've been scared and confused and sad and depressed and happy and joyful. And it's kind of like Bitcoin. There's ups and downs. And what I have to realize is not to be too hard on myself when I'm in the ups or in the downs, right? And when I'm at the up, to be humble, and when I'm at down, just to enjoy life, because life is limited and one day I'm going to die, right? So anyways, guys, I called the Bitcoin situation. I nailed it. Not going to be flexing on you, but I told you so, guys. Anyways, thanks for clicking the like button. Don't take no for an answer. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful as you ever imagined. Romy.
Real quick, download my free book, Real Estate Investing for Beginners, the ultimate starter guide at myrealestatedojo.com, where I teach you how to find motivated sellers, buy their homes at a deep discount, and then have the seller become your own private bank. Subject to, get it now. One more thing, if you're looking for private one-on-one help when it comes to real estate investing, then consider joining my academy, where you sit down with me one-on-one. 2, you get monthly coaching. 3, you get access to my best-selling courses. 4, you get access to my video library, and then the list goes on, for just $97 a month. Join me now at mrnofluff.com. Lastly, the best 6-figure side hustle, bicycle flipping. Want to see how? Here's a behind-the-scene video how I did it. Go to thebestsidehustle.mrnofluff.com Now let's get back to the content.